Hey guys, Drew here over at Rev Hiker Outdoors, and I wanted to bring a video today, and I wanted to talk to you about why carry a knife. Why do you carry a knife is a question that I've gotten from plenty of friends and plenty of family members and different people, and in different situations, I can almost understand their question, or at least I can understand why they ask it. I never have thought, yeah, you know what, I really don't have to carry one, or I shouldn't be carrying one. No matter where I've been, I've had a knife in my pocket every day for the last at least 10 years, almost 11 years. And before that, when I was in school, I would have a knife on me after school. I didn't feel like getting arrested and kicked out. So anyway, these are some of my preferred knives that I carry in my pocket. The Mora really coming with me more when I'm out in the woods, when I'm hiking or camping, or especially hunting. Love this knife for hunting, for field dressing and skinning and all that good stuff. But anyway, that's more of like a side note. But as far as pocket carry, these have really been it. These are my favorite, and this one's been carried the most. This is number 2, and that's probably the 3rd. But there's a few things that I feel very strongly about in this life. And, as you might gather from my name, I am a pastor. That's where the Rev comes, and Rev Hiker. So the most important thing, I think, is, knowing Jesus. That's the first thing I think everyone should do. You can disagree with me, that's fine. The second thing is I think everybody needs to have integrity. We don't need people running around lying. We need people to be honest, to stand up for what's right. We need people to have integrity. And one of the other things that I really feel strongly about is that everybody should have a knife in their pocket. And you say, well, that's kind of like a big deal to put in with the other things that you said. But I don't think so. I think that having a knife is great. And it's something that I know people that don't carry one, and I don't get it. I mean, obviously, you can survive and you can get through your day without a knife, but the convenience that it brings is just unbelievable. So the first main reason I think everyone should carry a knife is for utility or capability. So let's start out with the most capable of these knives, and that is the Leatherman. Now, this is the Charge TTi. This is a multi-tool, so I know it's not a pure knife, but as far as capability goes, you're just not going to beat this. Nothing is going to be more capable at this size, I'll say that, than this knife. And hopefully maybe you can see that there. This is in the S30V. But as far as capability and utility, this is going to be it. It has almost everything you need. You've got the pliers, you've got the wire cutters, you have your high quality main blade in plain edge, and then you've got this, which I kind of view as a beater because it's just 420 HC and it's serrated, which I really have no use for. But the gut hook is useful for several different tasks, maybe cutting carpet or pulling up things of that nature. I've never skinned an animal with this or field dressed an animal. I've always used something else, but I'm sure it would work. You've got a saw. The amount of utility that is in this thing is just unbelievable. And the way I kind of look at it and what I say to people is that I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it, because then you're up the creek without a paddle. I never want to be in a situation where I really needed a knife and I just didn't have it. That would be horrible. Come on, camera, focus there. Well, anyway. So that's the first reason I think we all should carry a knife. There was a time in the United States where everybody had a knife. It was as common as cell phones are today. Some people look at their cell phone and say, "Man, I can't go without my cell phone. I feel naked if I don't have my cell phone." They've even got this ridiculous name, and like a diagnosis that people literally flip out when they don't have their cell phone. Well, I don't know if it's quite that severe, but when I don't have my knife, I feel naked. I feel like, I'm missing something, like I walked out of the house without my pants on. That's the kind of value I place on having a knife in my pocket. And, they're just the convenience that it gives you in your life, and being able to speed up tasks is crazy. Even something as simple as opening mail or packages or cutting up boxes for recycling or something mundane like that, or cutting the loose frayed end on your jeans or on your shirt, or taking the tags off that's bothering you. Just little things like that. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've had people come up to me and ask me, "Hey, do you have your knife? I need to XYZ. I need to cut this. I need to open that. I need to do this." I'm a full-time pastor, but I also have a second job at an outdoor type store. I'm not going to name it, but I work there, and part of my job description sometimes is opening up boxes and putting out merchandise and things like that. I work in the camping section, but this is great for that too. I mean, how useful! I don't have to fool around and go sign out a box cutter or any of that stupid stuff. This is in my pocket, and bang, it's ready. It's right there. It's gone as soon as I need it to be gone. One-handed operation. Never have to worry about anything like that. So I don't know. Just the convenience factor is through the roof, and the utility and capability, and that kind of brings me to my second point. So, do I absolutely need this for all those little tasks? No. I could go get scissors. I could go sign out a box cutter. I could do this. I could do that. And I don't have to necessarily have something in my pocket for this. I can, use the cheap plastic knives that they give you to cut my food up when I'm out at lunch or something like that, But would I much rather pull out my case and just be done with it and have a nice clean cut? And, man, just having a cool looking blade while I'm doing it. I love that. I love the patina that high carbon steel picks up, just from prepping your food. Anyway, that's besides the point. So anyway, I could use other tools for these things. But as far as rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it, brings me to my second main use, and the second big reason that I'll always have a knife on me no matter what. And that is defense or security. So while I don't absolutely need these for utility, although they do make life so much more convenient having something on you, I can't tell you how many times this Leatherman has saved my bacon because it's got a screwdriver on it, and I need to fix something, something happened to my vehicle when I'm out, or something happened on my motorcycle or my dirt bike, or, when I'm out in the woods, or I've been hiking and had a piece of gear fail, and I was able to, back when I had external frame packs, I had a clip fail, I was able to repair it with my Leatherman. Now, if I didn't have that, I would have been up the creek without a paddle, and that would have been a horrible 10-plus mile hike back, dragging that stupid pack behind me. So, besides all that convenience, in the back of my mind, I think if I ever had to defend myself, I would have at least something better than my fist. To me, a knife is like it's a force multiplier. And in all honesty, I never, ever, ever, ever want to cut anybody with this knife, or with any knife I own, unless it's a medical emergency and I need to remove something, or, I've removed large slivers and different things like that from, from my hands and actually my foot one time. So aside from that, I never ever want to use this for defense. I don't think anybody does unless they're a little off their chair. But I have 2 young daughters and a wife, and if anything should ever happen, I want some way, something extra than just my bare hands to be able to defend them with, or at least scare somebody off and deter them. That's the big thing. I just want it as a deterrent. You know, hey, okay, you're going to come at me, but man, you're going to lose some blood, and you know, you're going to be a hurting unit if you come after me. So anyway, I don't want to be super long-winded with this, but so many people have asked, why do you carry a knife? Why do you think it's so important? Why do you place such a high priority on it? Number one is convenience. I want stuff to be easy as possible, and I have incredible capabilities when I carry a knife that I simply don't have when I'm not carrying. And I think that's the biggest reason for me. And the second reason would be security or defense or something like that. You know, having a sharp tool on you, because that's what a knife really is just a tool. Having a sharp tool, having something that you can just really do almost anything with. I mean, they're just so useful. It's ridiculous, and I don't see how anybody. I truly believe that everybody should carry one. It's one of those things where you need to have a knife in your pocket. And you might disagree with me. That's cool, but I think I would challenge you, carry a knife in your pocket for 1 week, and just tell me that it's not more convenient. And if you find that it's not, then hey, okay, that's your opinion. But after years of carry, I would never be without a knife. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know these are just my opinions, but in all reality, I think a lot of people share this view. I just wanted to put it into words and make a video out of it, and just let you know, if you need to know more about which knife to buy, which knife is good for you, I've made some videos on that, and there's a lot of other good ones on YouTube. These 3 I can really make high recommendations on. I've carried them long enough to really know what they're about, know their strengths and their weaknesses and things like that. And this one is a Benchmade mini Griptilian. The camera ever focuses, there we go. Love this knife. Probably one of the best EDC knives around, in my opinion. Super lightweight, disappears in your pocket. Very good steel. It's the 154 cm, as you can hopefully read. Right up there, but 154 cm, nice quality steel. Great warranty. Love the axis lock. As far as one-handed operation, I don't know if it gets much better than an axis lock knife. So anyway, this is a great one. If you're looking for something a little smaller, a little lighter duty, if you're not ready to make an investment with this, which is, you know, somewhat expensive, for around 30 bucks, you can have many different cases. This is the Sodbuster Jr. in their CV steel, not their stainless. Love this knife, but the stainless is actually half decent too. Made in America, just like the Benchmade, which I'm a big fan of. And if you're looking for something real, you know, substantially heavier and definitely a lot more bulky in your pocket, but you want serious capability that's not going to fail you, Leatherman Charge TTi, and I recommend the TTi mainly. I don't care about the titanium really, but it's that S30V blade right there. Excellent quality steel. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Check out some other videos about which pocket knife is right for you and what you should look for when you're going to buy a knife. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe. Have a good one, and God bless.